Hello Internet, this is Doofus K. Welcome back to my Let's Play Farming Giant video series. It's been a little bit since I've done a Farming Giant video. Kind of went a little heavy on it for a while there. Whoops, whoa, darkness. I went a little heavy on the episodes, and so I kind of got sick of playing it, and I went to play other things like Professional Farmer and Farming World and such, but there have been quite a few changes here. I don't even remember where I was even at the last video here, but so we're level 17, which I believe there's 25 levels total, so I'm sort of close to the end. I've unlocked a few different items, but what I kind of wanted to go over was some of the changes with some of the, what's the word I'm looking for, industries. So the butchery is pretty much the same. You basically just supply it with enough animals. I have one cow storage area thing for meat, and then one for dairy. And I don't think the dairy has changed much. The meat, I don't think I've even unlocked the, yeah, so the large dairy I'll unlock next time. I've got some horses. Horse meat is pretty valuable. Chickens, I've only, one large chicken coop is enough to supply this one butchery with enough meat, and you can see that, you know, I have quite a fair number of items. I sold quite a few. You can see I have $13 million. So I've been making quite a bit of money. You can see in the last 28 days here I've had quite a steady amount of money coming in. And that is partially due to the fact of these new, well, not really new, but like the bakery, I believe, was in kind of the old style where it was like the small, medium, and large. Now the bakery is just one building, and so it's a little bit different. It's, I think, relatively expensive. Let's just look. So this is version 1.0.5, which is a little bit different. I think the older version on some of my earlier videos, I think it was 1.0.0.3 or something like that. So yeah, so what we have here is we have the bakery, the brewery, the sawmill, and the sugar factory. Now these are the four new kind of style buildings. The classic mill, I did have one of those earlier over here, but it was too slow, so I actually upgraded it to a medium-sized one. So that hasn't really changed much. But the interesting thing about the bakery is you can see it takes 12 people, 12 workers, and it's 480 grand. Now the brewery, I mean, 1 million. So these are not going to be early game items. The juice factory and the jam factory are just the standard style ones. You can see I'm making apple juice. I was making cherry juice and some other things, but fruit is kind of a hard thing to deal with. It takes forever to grow, and it is very picky about pretty much everything, soil, humidity, and things like that. So it is a balancing act. I took quite a bit of time to try and get these automated things like agricultural lime and manure to work. I cannot get it to work reliably. I don't know if it's a simulation issue or if it's just I don't know what I'm doing. I sat down and I actually tried to calculate, you know, what you needed. So if you look here, so if you go to click on a new field, you can actually just click on a field and it will tell you. Actually, where did that go here? That is totally weird. Oh, here it is. Field, not land. Selected field. So this is 160,000. I don't know if it's square meters or whatever it is. And so you can click on some of your different fields and get the size of them. I tried to calculate this. If you go into I believe it's the F1 menu. So if you go to F1 and then resources, you can see that it has like fertilizer, nutrient content 100, pH 5.2. Well, then if you go down to the actual plant, you can see this says herbicide 0.002. Well, I tried multiplying the size of the field by that 0.002, and I don't know, I couldn't really get the numbers to work out right, so I basically just did trial and error. You know, like this field, for example, is actually within the parameters here, but the nutrient content is pretty low. So I think what would happen next is, now I'm on slow speed just to kind of go over some things here, but once this thing is done harvesting, I think, technically speaking, one of these guys should come and fertilize it. Now I have the manure coming from the chicken coop here, and this always has an excess of poo, if you will. So once I unlock the biogas plant, I mean, I have quite a bit of manure excess, so I might try and get rid of some of that. But the other problem I ran into, well, to finish the other topic off, I never really did figure out how to deal with this. It really is a balancing act to keep the humidity and the pH and the nutrient content right. It's really kind of a pain in the butt, and that's sort of one of the complaints that I have, well, one of the many complaints that I have about this game, but I do like this game, and there really aren't any games like this out there. Sorry, my chair is really noisy for some reason. There aren't many like agricultural sort of logistics strategy type games out there. So this is sort of your only choice for this. So, and unfortunately, because I've got so much stuff, you can see I have quite a bit of land, and I forgot that I bought this land over here, so oops. But so we'll go back to some of the other problems that I ran into. Grass, I have two of these cow byre things, and I think that's how you pronounce it if I remember right. And then I have these two horse stables, and actually this stable is out of grass. So what's up with that? Tractor, cedar, wheat. So where's this guy coming from? Tractor 48. So I have kind of a complicated and convoluted system for grass. I have a barn over here, a large barn that will store all the grass from this area, and then if necessary it will transport it over here to this small barn. Now, I still have a bunch of potatoes in here, so it's kind of complicated, and I tried to redo some of this stuff, but I did have some stuff down here that I got rid of, but removing this barn means that I have to basically redo all of these workers. There isn't really a good way to, because what happens is when you delete this building, oh, weird. Oh, I did replace it. Oh man, look at that. Wow, how fantastic. Well, I guess I don't even know what I'm doing in my own game here. So apparently I did change it. So this is the large barn. And this one apparently doesn't have anything going to it, so... interestingly, this one stable doesn't have any grass, so... Oh, probably because it doesn't have any, maybe? Not sure. There's 50,000 in there, so that'll help. But grass is an issue. I actually need to expand and grow some more. I do have some in here. I have 100,000 in here, just kind of like a reserve. At one point, I had all three of these filled, and so that was like, I don't know how much these hold, 438,000. So I had an approximate crap load of hay or grass or whatever you want to call it in this game. But unfortunately, with this number of animals involved, they do eat a lot. So the main So that's sort of like the general overview. I don't remember what was different. I know this area wasn't here before, for sure. This area down here, I think I was trying to do wheat or something. I ended up buying this area down here and making this huge wheat field. And this giant wheat field, which is actually the biggest field you can create. You cannot actually go any bigger than this. This one field, even though it takes forever to plant it and cultivate it, will keep these silos full of wheat, and it will keep this bakery going pretty much non-stop. And you can see I have quite a bit of flour stored up here, 80,000 liters, I guess, of flour. And you know, I have a steady stream of stuff going out. You can see that my expenses, which is the red line, this graph is a little skewed because this huge, I had a market order for 2.3 million or whatever. But you can see that I'm always making like a steady stream of money coming in. And that's because of things like bread and juice and stuff like that. I did have the jam factory going, but I was running into issues with this peach field, so I ended up having to essentially pause that kind of production line. I'm sort of running into a problem where I need more room, so I might have to, like, essentially build a large garage somewhere around here and move some vehicles around. I like to use the small ones because it gives you an idea of what, you know, what you're doing. It's not really a great explanation, but it just keeps track of your vehicles better, at least I think, personally. The corn flour production, you can see I have a little bit of corn flour in there, but I haven't quite got that going yet. I need to buy some more land somewhere, and now that I have 13 million, I can probably afford it now, but you can see that I'm using like a crap load of water and stuff, and my bills aren't that much. It's maybe like 12 or 13,000 a day, which is a fair amount, but you know, you can see I have 60,000, you know, at least, well, 59,000 coming in. So, and once I get some more of these industries going, you know, that will increase. And actually, one of the biggest money sources here is I think it's, what do they call it here? Powdered milk. So it sells for like $4-ish a unit, and I mean, you know, the production of this, 200 an hour. I mean, it's an insane amount of money. In fact, I should stop making cheese because the powdered milk gets me more money. But unfortunately, I sort of, you know, you can see that I've been kind of maxing out some of these orders, and like chicken meat, for example, I've like totally devalued chicken because I sold, like, I think I have an achievement here. Let's see, there's tons and tons of achievements. Yeah, 600,000 kilograms of chicken. I mean, that's an insane amount. And then 500,000 kilograms, and that's a dot, but in the non-US style of notation. Actually, yeah, that is a dot. In the non-US notation, a dot is really a comma, so it's just a different separator. So 500,000 kilograms of rabbit meat. Now you can notice that I have not gotten into pigs yet. 4 million kilograms of cow meat. So you know, we've done a lot of stuff here, and I think it's just going to get better. I've had a few crashes. I had one instance of where I had actually done like a few hours worth of kind of moving stuff around, and I forgot to quick save it, and it totally took a poop on me, and I was pretty irate about that, so I kind of gave up on this game for a while. So okay, it is complaining about my horse stable not having any grass. So let's see if I can manually do this. Oh, well, I don't know why it says 4,300. Oh, so... Huh, weird. Let's just crank it up a little bit here. So, yeah, I don't know. I must have screwed up the order or something on that, but... I don't know. I think all in all, I mean, I think it's actually going fairly well here. I wish I could kind of condense some of these buildings down. I mean, I have a crap load of workers here, but it's like almost impossible to... I mean, you have to fire a worker, essentially. So, yeah, just a few changes in kind of the mechanics. I wish I could figure out this automated field stuff, but I don't know. I think it's just easier to do it by hand. I mean, the grass, like these grass fields up here, because you don't have to really... I mean, you don't really have to fertilize them and stuff. I mean, you could. I'm sure the, you know, the nutrient content when it gets a little low would be affected. But as far as watering them and dealing with the pH, I mean, the pH range is huge, 5 to 7. I mean, that's about as big of a range as you're going to get on that. You know, some of these other fields, I mean, 6.2 to 6.8, I mean, that's not a very big range. That's probably the least amount of range. Oh, well, I guess that's about the same there. What was that? Oh, 6.2 to 6.8. So actually wheat is, oh, actually I don't know what it is. I don't know if that is taking into account wheat or not. Because that says cherries. I don't know, whatever, we'll see. It's just gonna have, you know, it's gonna take some time to kind of get used to some of these new things, and, I think what I was going to try and do up here is sort of get a different range of things going. You know, we have a ton of stuff that we haven't even really gotten into yet. Like the dairy stuff, I think I might try and move the dairy over to a different area. Dairy area. Clever. I do have bonuses. I don't know if you noticed that. It's actually getting to a point where it's easier to use this little mini-map down here. I have a bonus sprayer, which, it's faster, and, well, it says right here, longer duration. I don't know what the duration means. I don't know if you get it permanently, or if it's only, like, a year, or what, but... Anyway, less chance to break and faster work. There's actually a bonus. Oh, here's one right here. Let's see what happens. You get a tax refund. I don't actually know. That was actually crazy that I found that quickly. Good thing I have it on video. So anyway, there's like these little bonus crates. You know, they like spawn randomly. It's kind of a clever thing. You know, sometimes I just scroll around the map, and they're not super easy to see, but, you know, it's... You just kind of scan around for them. They kind of stand out sometimes. Because, like, they'll be in the middle of an empty field or whatever. So... I'm actually sort of running out of places to buy land here. Because you can't build or buy around lots of these cities. There's this area here, and I might take advantage of that area there, because it's pretty big. Little cabin there. So yeah, those bonus crates, and sometimes I got a bad. Oh, here's another one. They are bad, and you can technically tell which is which, but I don't. I've just been clicking on them. You received some milk cows. Okay, well, whatever. I already have a lot of them, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's a pro tip there. Just, you know, scan around every once in a while, and you know, I usually every game month or so, I'll just kind of look around here and see what we can see. So let's finish buying some land here. I don't think there's much more we can. There's a little bit of room here. I think we've pretty much bought. I don't know, that little chunk probably won't do me any good. You can see that I pretty much bought that whole area there. There'd be a little sliver here, little sliver through here. It's a pretty big area here. Market Station South. Oop, here's another crate. What do we got? Oh, bonus manure spreader. Perfect. The question is, where did it put it? Oh, right here. Oh, and it even has 9,000. Oh, capacity 9,000. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So this is down here, is sort of my fertilizer area. So there you go. I can actually sell the other ones. Good deal. Alright, so back to looking for land. And this will be the last piece to this, this episode. So I think the next big area is actually going to be right in here. Probably this stuff in here, because this is a pretty big chunk of land. So we might as well just buy all this crap here. I mean, we got quite a bit of money here, so. Now remember that you can't just select the whole world. You actually do need to go around these little island things. And, you know, you don't need to be too precise about it here. And if you do something like that, it will turn blue. That means that, I believe that means that you'll buy that whole land. So, 500,000. Yep, so they just bought the whole farm. And then we'll just keep on going here. Land isn't super cheap, but you know, whatever. We got some money. Another 698,000. So actually there's a little bit of room in here to add a couple fields and pretty, you know, decent sized field there. But this is where the big boy field is going. I might use this for probably more grass. That would probably be handiest. And then what I'll do is I'll buy a chunk straight down here, because this will give me 247,000 square meters. So that's a huge honking field. So let's just do this here. So if I remember right, the direction of the tractor, so you don't have a weird thing, it starts from the lower left-hand corner and goes to this one. So I'm going to make this thing pretty much square, so it's not really going to matter, but... Whoops. So that's the biggest you can go up and down, and then that's the biggest you can go that way, so... Let's see if we can buy more land here. Yep, we can. I want to get another monstrosity field, so we can really start cranking out some crops. Is it gonna make it? Ugh. Not quite. That's still pretty honking huge. What about down here? Ooh, it might fit in here. Oh. Almost. Oh, perfect. Offset it a little bit so we can maybe get a road that goes in here so we can get some grass fields in that area. So there is a little bit of planning involved. You can't just, you know, put junk all over the place. It does take a little bit of planning to kind of figure out what you want to do. And usually when there's stuff like this, you know, you're not going to put a field in here, so I usually just make a straight line and then make a road and then do something like this. And it does curve it a little bit, but, you know, whatever, who cares. And so then we can, you know, we can buy more land in here and then put a large garage down here. Because you don't want to be bringing equipment from up above. It's going to take too long, so give it its own equipment. And then we'll probably make a little stream of silos down here. I'm going to do corn on this, and then we can you know, get some really big grain action going on. Because this one is wheat. Well, it will be. It's taking forever to plant, but you get the idea. And even in like this, you know, you can see this field isn't that big. And we're getting 118,000 apples out of it. And this is at, you know, like perfect growing opportunity here. But, you know, you can get some major numbers here. I think this field of peaches was, I mean, this is what, 40, 43. So 120 plus, you know, so let's say 140,000 peaches out of this. Obviously, there's more yield with apples. Well, not obviously. There are, it's a higher yield out of apples. So, yeah, so 8,000 powdered milk for $35,000. Yeah, that's pretty big bucks. You know, when $35,000 a day, you're going to be making some pretty big bucks. I don't think it's actually per day. It takes a while to get that many. You know, 200 an hour, 24. You know, do some math on that. So yeah, I think that's a good update video. I will be doing this more often. I do have a summer class here, but I do have some time to do this in my spare time. So I think the game is going well. You know, there have been a few little issues here and there, but I think everything seems to be going in the right direction. So so thanks again for watching. Thank you again for all the subscriptions and the comments and the likes and everything like that. And stay tuned, we'll do some more videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.